Back with another session. Okay, so where we left off last time, the party had gone on quite the journey. And you travelled quite the distance. Oh, background audio, please don't do this now. No! Okay, it's just going to have its moment in the corner. So the party had travelled to the island of Kreitners, where you'd ended up at a Clark leg after a rather concerning encounter with
Spider ladies.
Hmm?
Spider ladies.
yes, with a number of Arachne, and having encountered a Zodiac devotee along your travels. You've settled up in a small inn here, in Clarklag, and have been preparing yourselves to start making the rather treacherous journey to Elderberg, but as of this point in time, you're taking a bit to recuperate, as the travel here has been quite exhaustive, and you'll need a little bit of time to get yourselves prepped and ready for what's to come. And so, we'll say it's the next day, for sake of ease. So it's the 15th of January, 68 AR. You wake up at the inn, get given some food, and prepare yourselves for a little bit of city exploration. What are you guys doing?
Do some sea exploration then.
Exactly. That's what we're preparing ourselves for. That's what we're going to do.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you're going to go and have a little poke around for?
Any like etro shrines or temples or things like that? I'd like to see if there's any around.
Okay. So, Florian, you're going to go look for some Petro Shrine temples. Are you taking anybody with you, or are you going on your own?
Does anyone want to come with me?
I'll come with.
Yay. Okay, Marcel's coming.
Okay. Hugmug and Scoria, what are you guys doing?
It might be a good idea to maybe do some research into who we're going to be fighting next. If we're going to take on these are they even deities? These
Archfiends.
they're those things.
Yes, we could go and such. I think we were looking at going for Scarmiglione. So that would be our priority, looking for more information.
Okay. So, are you two going together?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Do any of you wish to take Mason, Xavier, or Sabrina with? You are more than welcome to leave Mocha with Bruisen. But are you taking any of your other companions with you? I will take the silence as a no.
Let's.
Lauren, you're not taking Sabrina?
I'm taking Sabrina. I'm kidnapping Sabrina.
Yeah, we're taking
Okay.
Sabrina.
Okay. So, Florian and Marcel, you guys go off to go and look for some. I've really got to find like a better way of describing it, but some etro temples or shrines or anything connected to her. Oh shit! Yeah, I need to remember the things that these two have in particular. Meanwhile, Hugmug, Scoria, and Sabrina have to go and do some research on the next Archfiend, Scarmiglione. Meanwhile,
That's such an epic name.
Meanwhile, Mason and Xavier are heading out into the city to do their own thing. Use to disclose what it is. Let's roll.
Not suspicious.
Don't be. Anyway, rolling. Okay, so Florian and Marcel.
Yo.
Marcel, can you roll an investigation check for me? Florian, can you roll a religion check for me? We'll see if you find anything.
Heck yeah, I can. Let's see if my dice are nice to me today. Because they weren't yesterday. They are not. The 3 curse continues.
Oh no.
I've been plagued by a curse where I keep rolling 3s.
Oh. Me the other day.
Religion 12 total.
12 total. Okay. And what was your investigation check, Marcel?
18.
18. Okay. So as the two of you are having a little venture through the city, you come across a large church devoted. This one appears to be a more broader scale of a church, but it appears to be more dedicated to the themes of life and death. So the shrine itself is more predominantly in worship of those particular gods, but does still contain the means necessary to pray to other deities. It's got it's got like a very gothic styling to it.
Ooh.
Lots of darker, somewhat brutalist materials. So like a lot of blacks, greys. Why are you smiling? I know why you're smiling. Stop. So a lot of like blacks, greys, like different colors of brass, things like that. And upon entering, you are surprised to find, Florian, that there is a rather large statue dedicated to Etro here, amongst the prominent deities of life and death.
Oh, wow.
How big is it?
You imagine that if you I'm gonna try and word it in a way that I picture Marcel would envision it. It would be like if you decided to try and get Xavier to stand on Mason's shoulders, and then maybe get Sabrina to stand on the very top of that stack. It might be an equivalent size. So it's about, I want to say about 25 foot roughly.
Damn.
It's
That
a
thing is huge.
it's a big statue because this is a very large church.
Wow. You can hardly even see the top.
Lauren, you can feel a strong magical aura coming from this statue. That of your goddess. What are you planning on doing here?
I mostly just came out of curiosity, but I might as well pray while I'm here.
The least you can do is say hi.
Yeah, I can say hi.
Are you praying for anything in particular?
I don't think so, just like... If there's anything that she needs me to do, then I will.
Eat your 5 a day, get 8 hours of sleep.
Other than that,
Oh no, self-help!
There's gotta be a self-help deity.
I mean, technically all of them, but it depends on what context you're aiming for there. There are many different contexts. Okay, so roll a religion check for me.
Do over.
Becomes Waluigi.
Marcel's gonna kind of wander off and see what else he can see
21.
in this building.
No, wait.
Okay.
22.
22.
Can't do maths.
So whilst you're praying, as Marcella just said, you end up tottering off around this cathedral, leaving your small sibling.
I am keeping my
Right.
sibling within earshot, at least.
Okay.
Just in case that fucking psycho man from the last town turns up.
Okay. I don't know why I started giggling at that.
Psycho man.
You're a nacho man. Mm.
Yeah. Taco man.
Okay, so as you're praying, you're asking if there's anything that she needs of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ow. Ignore my sneeze. Is there anything she wants of you?
Other than to eat my veggies.
Stay in school. Don't do drugs.
Oh, man.
Especially not star herbs.
She offers you, like, as you're praying, you experience a beckoning feeling, and you are presented with a deal that you can make with your goddess. In that when the time comes to do battle with your matron, she will grant you the powers of Valhalla. However, upon enabling this power from you, it will siphon a large percentage of your remaining lifespan.
So if I agree to it, I have to use it, or can I just be like, I'll put that on the back burner in case we need it?
It would be something that would activate at the very start of the battle and would persist until combat ends in either your entire team being wiped out or your opponent being defeated. But that is the only thing that she can really offer or require or have interaction-wise with you here, as there does not appear to be anything immediate that she would require of you that you are not already doing.
I think we'll be able to fight the matron without losing a large proportion of my lifespan. But I will thank her for the offer.
You notice she seems appeased by this response, as though there is a joy. And you feel as though in the near future you may receive a great boon. But it's very vague and nondescript.
Cool. I'll eventually get up and then look for myself.
Let's see, how's Marcel?
Marcel's gone.
No.
You find Marcel seemingly
Chatting the ear off of
Yeah.
one of the people there trying to worship.
ooh,
The equivalent of the vicar, I guess.
which deity? So you're nattering the ear off of somebody who is praying to, who seems rather guilty, in the sense of they weren't expecting to be asked questions whilst they're praying, to one of the god statues in the, what I can only refer to as like a side compartment zone. So they've got like the primary deities that are worshipped at this cathedral, and then there is like a hall dedicated to the other deities that are not being primarily worshipped here. Florian, you find Marcel nattering the ear off of a man who seems quite meek and is praying to a statue of a god that you are not familiar with upon sight. The moment that you find Marcel, the man very hastily gets up and excuses himself before leaving.
But we were having such a nice conversation.
Have a good day, bye!
Hi. Okay. God, unless it was that insufferable.
Would you like to look at the statue that he was praying to?
Sure.
It appears to be a
Don't tell me it's Gildress. Don't tell me it's Gildress or whatever it was.
No. It appears to be a bipedal creature with large antlers. Kind of looks like a person. If you were to, like, change out their lower half with bird legs that end in hooves.
Ooh, I think I know this one. That's roll history, or
Yes, you will have to roll history.
I mean, I do know this one, but I can't say for certain that Marcel would.
Because I think Marcel has heard this deity referred to by name once.
That's 15.
15. You succeed. By a fraction. The DC was 15. You succeed.
Balfern, right?
Yes. You are
The
looking,
god of male fertility.
and it suddenly clicks in your head, Marcel, like somebody's turned on a switch as to why this man might have been so eager to disconnect from your interaction and leave. As you may have interrupted him while praying for something rather risque.
Well, now I want to know.
But
You're praying to Balfern and ask him what the other guy was asking for. No.
now Florian is standing next to you, seemingly having been done with his prayer.
Hello, how did it go? What did she say?
Not much. But I've got a good feeling about things.
Got a good feeling. Would she give you another bone? Same as, like, waves his hand, the Cerberus thing on his hand.
Not yet.
No? Okay. It's very odd being here. I don't have a god. Don't have anything I worship, anything I... Yeah! Don't follow any gods.
Well, you don't need to if you don't want to.
It makes me wonder, why do you follow a god?
Well, she just kind of appeared to me in my dreams one day.
Oh, well, there you go.
And she's nice.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You like speak directly to her, or is it like a spectral form that sort of vaguely resembles a person? You know, like they have in their stories.
No, she looks like that. and he points to the statue. But bigger.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like an artist's rendition.
Maybe she
Bigger.
only appears in like a form that you can understand or whatever. But that's what I think she looks like.
You think she's just some amorphous blob of gas?
I don't know. Probably not gas. That would be weird.
Yeah, probably.
I'll put a reference image of what Etra looks like
I'm
for your.
totally not filling time right now. Pretty spiky.
Well, she is essentially an entity to do with the future, and is the, I guess, the gap between life and death.
Am I also right in saying the deity that you worship is the deity that gets your soul?
Well, both of you
I-
like to roll me a religion. It's either religion or history. Whichever one's got the higher bonus.
I'm not going to make Florian's player try and remember whether that's the case. or not.
17.
17.
I'm blind. There we go. Oh, I do have proficiency in religion. Okay. 18.
For, was it history or religion?
For religion, but
Religion.
also for history, I can roll again.
No, you don't have to roll again. It's whichever one you had their bigger bonus for.
The same bonus.
Okay. Well, you both, as both ponder it, you come to the mutual realization that it is dependent on the deity that you worship. Some of them will take your soul in, and your soul will belong to them. Some of them will offer your soul a sort of utopia to reside in. So whereas the reusable parts of your soul are sent back to the river of life, the parts of your soul that are exclusive to you and are what make you, well, you. Thing of repeating the same word too many times. The bits of yourself that come together that are unique are given presence in an afterlife or utopia of some sort, where the essence of what makes you continues to live on. However, Florian, you are aware that those that preside under Etro, their souls are not given a utopia, but your soul goes directly to her to serve under her or alongside her, with help ferrying those that have died towards their appropriate afterlife. Think of it almost like you're working in a reception/lobby, and you're trying to make sure that people are going the right direction.
So you get to be a ferryman.
I guess.
Once all is said and done. Never really thought of it, to be honest, but with all of this talk about our souls being caught up in contracts and stuff, it got me thinking. If it wasn't for this contract, where the hell would my soul go? Since I don't follow a deity. Maybe I should. I guess you've got it all figured out.
If you like,
Maybe I should shop about with some brows.
you can choose to make a religion check here, Marcel, if you wish, to see which of the deities here resonate with you more on a personal level. However, you would have to be a particular DC to be able to sense that, since you are not a worshipper of any deity like Florian or Scoria.
Would having someone who's a worshipper help me?
Only if you
I rolled
are...
a 3. Would having someone worship help me?
The only way that would help you is if you were to decide to try and commit yourself to Etro the same way that Florian has.
Well, that's
Or
an 8, so...
you do not succeed. You try and focus on what you feel like is magical energy in the room, but you can't quite feel anything specific.
Just don't get it.
But you definitely get the feeling like if you were to return here at a later point where you're a bit more focused and have a bit more thought behind it, you might be able to settle on something specific. But since this is a relatively new concept to your mind, and you haven't really given much thought to it yet, it's very hard to formulate the feelings you have into something more concise.
Well, anyway, I think we're done here. Come on, Florrie.
Okay.
He's gonna, like, crouch down and let him jump on his back if he wants.
Okay. And so, with that, we flop over to Hugmug and Scoria. The two of you, plus Sabrina, have been making your way to a local library.
Well, I'm quite looking forward to getting to the bottom of this. What do you think, Scoria? Wow, riveting riveting content.
Okay. So with Sabrina with you, you're looking for, was it Scarmiglione, wasn't it?
Scarmiglione.
Would you like to roll me an investigation check?
Yes.
Right. Let me roll one.
Sorry.
Sabrina as well. Right.
11.
Scoria, could you roll me a investigation check as well, as you, Hugmug, and Sabrina are searching for a book on Scarmiglione?
9.
9. So 9, is it 11, Hugmug?
Yeah, 11.
11. Okay, I did remember that right. Woo. And Sabrina rolled a 17. Hey. Look at Sabrina rolling above a 10. Oh, I shouldn't say that. It'll come back to bite me. So you go and hunt around the library for a book on the Archfiends. And it seems like this is quite a popular topic here on the Isle of Krightnes, as you find a significant number of different books.
Lots of choice.
And you,
Scoria, would you like to read a book on their weapons, on their physical abilities, on their looks, on their temperaments?
What?
Okay, so there is one particular book that you happen to find, Hugmug, as you're like rattling these options off to a slightly confused Scoria. You find a book wrapped in this very uncomfortably smooth leather that has it almost looks like there is a tortured soul trying to crawl out of the front of the cover.
Mood.
Would you like to roll me a... Actually, I'm going to get Scoria to do this. Scoria, Could you roll me an appraisal check, please?
$17.
You realize immediately that the book that Hugmug has found, the leather that makes up its external cover, is made from the skin of a living creature, but it's not. You're not sure whether it's human in origin, or whether there was just some unfortunate shapeshifter or something of the like that got skinned to make the cover of this book. But it is exuding a large amount of dark energy. And it lists off a detailed analysis or study of sorts of the sightings of the Archfiend of Earth within the local areas. It seems like this is a commonplace. This island is a commonplace for sightings. At least judging by what the book's blurb and cover seems to mention. You get the feeling that opening this book might not be the best idea, but it seems to be the thickest of all of the books around the Archfiends. Hugmug, you get the general impression that this book might have something evil in it, just judging from the magic alone. Let me see. Let me have a look at your spell list, Hugmug, because you might recognize the type of magic coming off of this. You do. Hugmug, you recognize the magic coming off of this book as necromancy, as it's very similar in energy to the Unwilling Shield spell that you know.
Ah, there seems to be a spell on this book.
A spell?
A necromancy one. I don't know if I can put my finger on it. Can I roll Arcana?
Yeah, go for it.
$14. It was not a good roll.
It appears that this book has been cursed, in the sense that you can read the contents of this book, but for each section of information that you read, you will likely have to do something to prevent a portion of your soul or part of you. You're not quite sure of the specifics, but it seems like the more of this book you read, the more dangerous it can be for you.
But there's just something about this book. It seems to be that the more you read, the more dangerous it is, and I don't know about this one.
So what would you like to do? You can put this book back and find a different one, or you can take the risk and read the contents of this book.
What do you think, Scoria?
I mean, we can try, but probably shouldn't push ourselves too far.
Yeah, probably not a good idea. What do you think, Sabrina?
Sabrina is, as you look over to see what Sabrina's doing, she's looking at that book with a mixture of fascination and a morbid level of discomfort. Like, she's very clearly curious what's in there, but She can feel the magic aura exuding off of that. Well, I feel like it might be worth trying, but I don't think I'm going to be the
If
one
it's
to do
not
it.
good, we can just close the book, you know?
Well, I mean, there are 3 of us, so I suppose the odds aren't against us in that sense. And it's a necromancy spell, so I think, Hugmug, you might be the best one to try it. At least,
Okay.
since you recognize the spell, you might be able to tell when something's going to happen. That's my best guess.
Yes. I agree. I know you don't like the idea of this story, but curiosity killed the cat.
But satisfaction brought it back.
So we're gonna read it.
Okay. You're opening the book.
I am.
Okay. So you open the book, and the contents is fascinating. As you're reading through, there are many eyewitness accounts. And Hugmug, I'd like you to make an insight check for me as you're reading this.
Okay. Natural 20, so 22.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've gotten the special thing here. You notice that in every account describing Scarmiglione, there always seems to be 2 different descriptions given. Some describe Scarmiglione as a robed figure that looks like it's wearing almost like straw robes, with a pair of little beady yellow eyes that glow from the darkness of the hood. Others describe it as this horrific undead monstrosity, but none of these accounts seem to be able to agree with each other as to which one is actually the case. And since you now
Yes.
20'd the roll, you come to the realization immediately that this entity must have either multiple forms or the ability to mask its appearance. You're not sure which one, but it will give the impression that there is either multiple states of being for this creature, or it can hide its appearance. And just as you make this realization, I need you to make me a non-magical charisma saving throw, please, as the dark magic of the
can do
book
that.
lashes at you.
Ooh. Doing maths.
Yeah, take your time.
27.
You succeed. You lose 1 MP point. As you read through the book, it drains a little bit of your magical energy, but that seems to stave off whatever it is that's binding this book's spells. So whatever dangerous threat is in
That's
here
okay.
has been sustained on a little bit of your magic. You can continue to read further, but you get a very clear impression that the further you read and the more information you learn, the harder it will be to resist the effects of this book's magic. Do you choose to continue reading?
Can I look up at Sabrina and see if she wants me to keep reading or not?
Sabrina doesn't seem to have much of an opinion based on the fact she's curious, But the fact that you can very clearly see she has herself readied to basically unleash a torrent of elemental magic upon the book the moment that something seems like it's going to go horrifically wrong. You can see the tension in her being. She is ready
Okay.
to blast this book into oblivion.
I'm gonna keep reading.
I presume that Scoria is probably in a similar state.
Yeah.
Spear pointing to the book. You fucking move, I will shoot you. Okay, so you're continuing to read.
Yes.
Okay. As you continue to read the passages of this book, it mentions that regardless of the form that Scarmiglione seems to be taking, that he is a very potent magic user. And that many have fallen due to a wide variety of different ailments and weakness and vulnerabilities that have been inflicted upon them, as people were not ready for the variety of different debilitating effects that this creature is capable of afflicting people with. And there appears to be something at the bottom, written in a language you are not familiar with. You can attempt to roll linguistics to translate it.
Yeah. Can I do that?
You'd have the feeling in your being
Okay. Go on.
that if you screw up the translation, you may activate a even worse effect than what is already coming.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna attempt. Nope. Linguistics not my forte.
Okay, so you kind of brush over the bit at the bottom, and you flip the page, and it appears to be a lot of necromantic diagrams and things like that within it, of different rituals that people have performed to try and summon Scarmiglione and other such things. Please make me a non-magical charisma save with disadvantage.
Okay. $17.
17. You succeed, but you get the feeling that you barely managed to stave off the effects of the magical effects within this book. Please remove 10 MP.
Ooh, it's getting expensive.
You are aware that if you continue to read onwards, you may struggle much more to resist the book's effects. Do you continue to read?
Again, I'm gonna look up at Scoria and Sabrina and kind of see what they say.
Scoria, do you think the Hugmonk should continue reading? Let's see.
Only if you think that you'll be able to push through.
I think I could do one more, definitely no more than that.
Are you continuing to read?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So, you continue to read through, and it is at this point where you come to find a lot of hypothetical notes that have been made by the writer of this book. And there is one thing that catches your eye that's very interesting to you. And that is that every time Scarmiglione is mentioned to be roaming around this local area, around the area, that he is always accompanied by a large number of undead creatures. an unreasonable number, as though they have been conjured or brought forth, like somebody has summoned them. And that usually you can usually tell as and when Scarmiglione is venturing around the island of Kreitners, as there is a large amount of undead activity during these periods. To the point where they were pondering making a holiday around it, but because there is no consistent time period, they chose not to. Make me a non-magical charisma save with disadvantage.
Yep. $19.
19.
Yes.
You can't close the book.
Uh-oh.
And Scoria, you notice this immediately. The Hugmug seems incapable of closing the book.
Can I forcibly shut it?
You can knock it out of Hugmug's hands. To
I'll
shut
do
it,
that.
yeah. Roll me an unarmed hit, please. I believe that's what. Is it unarmed hit or unarmed strike? I forget what I've named it.
Unequip? Do I put it on unequip? Oh, no.
It should be a natural weapon.
Natural. Oh,
Yeah, empty-handed hit.
Yeah.
There we go.
okay. You don't. Yes, let's not use my talons.
See, it proceeds to like whack the book out of Hugmug's hands with a lance. Just no, don't care about the library charges. What's the roll?
26.
26. You succeed. So Hugmug, you're brought back to reality, and as you watch Scoria slap the book out of your hand and proceed to close it.
Ooh.
Roll me a D100, Hugmug.
Okay. $11.
11
Yes.
on a D100.
On a D100.
Ooh. You suddenly develop a craving for human bones.
Oh god.
You want to make a little hat out of them.
I'll make a hat out of them.
A little human bone hat. Roll me a wisdom save, please. I want to see if you're aware that this is an effect of the book or not.
Non-magical, yeah?
Yeah.
$14.
14. You succeed. You are aware that this sudden urge for human bones and to make a tiny little hat is because of the magic of the book. And so you are aware that this effect will only last upon you for about an hour. So long as you can resist the urge for human bones, in an hour's time, you will be fine.
Okay.
But you now have some very interesting information.
Can I tell everything to Scoria and Sabrina, including the human bones bit?
Yeah. Especially the human bones bit.
Yes.
Okay. So you are more than welcome to share this information.
La 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 la. And that conveyed everything.
Okay. So you sit there for a bit, telling Scoria and Sabrina about all of the information you found and your newfound craving for human bones. I could potentially and she produces from her bag what appears to be a femur bone. Would that help? Wait, no, hold on. She puts it back in her bag. How about a pelvis? That's like a hat, right? And she puts it on your head. You are now wearing a pelvis as a hat.
Oh, I like it.
And Sabrina very carefully leans in next to Scoria and whispers into her ear, Hugmug, can you roll me a perception check, please, to see if you overhear this or not?
Yes.
Oh boy. Scoria. Is Scoria going to get told this without Hugmug hearing?
19.
Oh boy. So you overhear this. Are you choosing to... You can overhear it, but are you going to choose to listen to what Sabrina is whispering to Scoria? Or is Hugmug a bit too interested in his new pelvis
Oh
hack?
no, I've got to listen.
Okay. So you listen in as Sabrina whispers in Scoria's ear. Don't worry, it's not a real one. It's well, from what I've been told, it's like a fake ones that they sell in the city. It's supposed to be like a souvenir. And you overhear all that.
Fake bones?
No, of course
Fake
not.
bones?
No, I would never do such a thing.
These aren't real bones. These are fake bones.
Roll an insight check.
21.
You believe her.
I believe her with a 21.
Yeah. She
Damn,
rolled
she
a,
was that good at lying.
she rolled a 19 plus 4. 23.
Damn, I rolled a 19 plus 2.
Plus 2?
Yeah.
What is your deception? Oh no, it's not deception, it's insight, isn't it? Fucking ignore me.
Numpty.
Yeah, I forgot. Anyway.
Both my perception and my insight are 2, so...
Right, yeah, because Hugmug's wisdom is a little on the lower end. Okay,
Yes.
so as Sabrina's suit responds, and you believe her. What she say? You kind of believe in your head that what she's just told Scoria is, so Scoria doesn't freak out about the fact that you now have a human pelvis bone hat, and you're very happy about.
I have a human bone pelvis hat and I love it.
And so you end up making your way back towards the inn after being shooed out by the librarian for having a human pelvis on your head. And you're not sure what concerns you more. I guess speaking on part of both Sabrina and Scoria. You're not sure what's more concerning, the fact that the librarian didn't seem bothered by this, or the fact that the librarian seems so unbothered, like this is something that they've seen several times already today. But you are politely escorted out of the library.
Oh, well, that's okay. I think we've had enough information. And, I'm just really happy.
What have I done? Oh, I should start laughing and make myself cough. Okay.
Well,
How late? Oh boy. Okay, so you've been escorted out of the library. What else are you going to do whilst you are out and about? You're aware that Florian and Marcel have wandered off. You're aware that Mason and Xavier are out doing something they've been very nondescript about. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Scoria is gonna go and just look at like bakery shops
Okay.
by herself.
Okay, so you leave Hugmug with Sabrina. And you go off to go and find a bakery. Meanwhile, Hugmug, you are kindly escorted by Sabrina back to the inn.
Oh, well, like my hat. My hat's pretty good, and it's actually made out of human bones, and I'm actually very happy about it. And do you want to touch it?
She's the one who gave it to you.
You can touch it again.
I'm quite right for now. Let's make our way back, and you can show your new hat to Bruisin when we get back.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Meanwhile, with Florian and Marcel, what are you two doing?
No idea. I was weirding Florian out with existential conversation about gods, but no, I'm not sure.
We can go look for other temples and stuff and see if there's cooler gods of like things that Marcel likes.
Go on a spiritual journey for Marcel. And we'll
Cheese.
see if we can see what. I don't know if there's a cheese god. There might be.
I mean,
God,
there is
Shenanigans.
there is a god that is
Tomfoolery.
technically dedicated to cheese, in a sense of speaking. If you wish to go and pray to the god, what I can only describe as the cheese god,
Cheese god.
since you don't know since you wouldn't know which god this is, Marcel, you could go and pray to the god of cheese, if you felt like it, or cause some shenanigans if you wish.
We'll go to some of the other holy sites and we'll see if anything resonates with Marcel. That's not cheese. It's a serious character building I'm doing right here.
Oh, okay. So you go and wander around to have a look at some of the other holy sites that are in this city. There are some that are more dedicated to the fortunes. So gods like Lakshmi, Giltris, and you notice
No, Giltress, he does not like me.
you notice that there are a significant lack of holy idols. So there aren't really any sites dedicated to gods like Alexander, Seraph, Miss Dragon, Kirin, or Ardeon here. They seem to be very noticeably absent outside of that one cathedral you went to. You find a temple dedicated to the Zodiac. So the 12 gods of the different months.
Zodiac, not Zodiac.
Zodiac, yes.
That's a very different thing.
If I told you that was a temple dedicated to Zodiac, I think you would have a very different situation happening with this city.
Roll initiative.
Basically. If it gives... I'll put this in.
Ask the question, is Florian on Marcel's shoulders or is he just walking?
I'll let you two decide that.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm holding on to the little horns in her head, and I'm
The ratatouille.
steering you. I'm steering you with them.
Steer me towards the cheese.
Oh no, because I'm picturing like Florian fucking like being the navigator. It's like, oh, it says it's here on this map, over there, and then just turns Marcel's head.
Just don't turn too
I'm
sharply.
making plane noises like brrr,
Hell yeah.
brrr.
Okay, so of all of the holy sites that you visit, you find a shrine dedicated to the elemental gods. And here you find something very interesting you weren't quite expecting. You find the two companions of yours that wandered off without much mention of where they were planning to go, praying here. Not so much like devouts, but more of a casual thing. You find Mason knelt down before a statue. And Xavier appears to be studying some of the statues that are here. Very clearly not the most interested in what's in praying directly, but it's just
He would like to have a hobby of sculpting.
you do notice he has quite an eye on the statues belonging to Ifrit, Titan, and the brothers.
The bros.
It's Sacred and Minotaur, the brothers, who is exactly who Mason is praying to, the brothers. Marcel, would you like to roll an insight check?
I've rolled like 17, 13 today. It's incredible. So I had to roll 17 dice yet.
See, this is where all Sabrina's good luck's gone.
What was it? Insight.
Mhm.
So another 18.
Damn, boy. Wait until combat hits, you'll roll like a nat 1. You realise that Xavier isn't just studying these statues out of curiosity. He appears to be studying the physique of the statues. You notice him occasionally look down at himself under his cloak, as though he's comparing himself visually speaking. And you notice occasionally he's scanning over the magic within these statues, though he is actively avoiding overstudying the statue belonging to the brothers that Mason is currently knelt before.
He's going to creep up behind Xavier and tap him on the shoulder.
Oh my fucking god!
Hello. What
Did
are
you
doing?
just fucking spawn in?
Yes.
Holy
Spawning
shit.
in.
Oh,
Like frog spawn?
sure. Hello.
Hello. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Are you...
I'm being bored.
Hello, board. I'm Xavier.
And I am on Marcel's head.
He's on board. Ah!
Oh my gosh.
You hear a very loud sigh from Xavier.
Echoes throughout all of the room.
It
It sounds like it's coming from everywhere.
echoes a little bit, which is impressive considering it's just an exhale. Oh my god. Me and Mason were having a look around for some magic shop stores and things like that, so we might have an easier time looking for things to purchase, as it were. And then we found this, and then Mason has been... I think he's playing? Not quite sure. He's just been sitting there with his eyes closed for about 5 minutes now.
Mason, are you praying?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes, Mason's praying. Probably not anymore because I just interrupted him. Oh, I'm sorry. Shit.
It's okay. And he stands up. What are you two doing out here anyway?
Sorry.
Having fun?
Yeah.
Well, we went to go find some not artifacts, some... Went to go find a shrine to Etro, and then I weirded out the guy who was worshipping Valfern.
You notice both of their faces redden a little bit at the mention of that deity's name. You don't say. How strange.
He looked really uncomfortable. I was just asking you about, like, how he got into the religion, why he follows that particular god,
Xavier very gently.
why he has goat legs. I mean, they're all very...
Xavier puts
Simple
his
questions.
hand on your shoulder and looks at you.
I'm on his shoulder.
Florian just like puts a hand on
Puts
Florian's
his hand
head.
on my leg.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That is. I meant to put my hand on his shoulder and not on your leg. Sabrina is going to fucking obliterate me when we get back. Anyway, and he puts his hand back down, ends up touching Florian's leg again. Just. God damn it! Puts his hand down on Marcel's head because he's slightly frustrated and like a very.
On his shoulder.
There's a very. Well, how do you think Florian is on your back right now?
I don't know.
Hand on other shoulder is hand on other leg. Because if it's a
I
thing,
imagine he's sitting in my hair like Ratatouille.
he's not that small.
You keep getting smaller in like eventually you're just gonna carry me around on like a little coin.
we just have an electron microscope with us all the time. It's just so we know where you are.
Somebody get a mason jar and a little piece of paper. Florian in a jar. No. So he puts his hand down on your head with a little bit too much force. You can feel it almost feels like he just slapped you on the top of the head.
Ow.
So I'm going to say this to you once, little mouse. In that normally people pray to Valfern for a copious amount of how would one put it? They're hoping that what they have between their legs will get a little bit more potent.
That explains why he was so self-conscious. Huh.
That or he was hoping that he might, if him and his potential partner are trying to conceive or something like that. You probably interrupted that man in the middle of a very personal type of prayer.
I mean, he didn't have to talk to me. He could have just ignored me. I would have got the message.
Sweetheart, you know what you're like.
Florian looks down at what's between his legs right now, which is Marcel.
Hello.
Huh.
Can I help you?
So that's why they pray to Valfern.
What, for horns or? I mean, I'd never prayed to Balfour. I have no idea. Well done, you have exposed yourself. Congratulations.
Insight check.
For what in particular?
For Mason saying he's never prayed to Valfern.
Mason, we really got to work on your poker face.
He pokes you
Natural
in the
one.
face. Did you just nat one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You definitely believe that he has never prayed to this deity before. There is no way that he is bluffing in any capacity that he has never prayed to this god. In fact, you don't believe he's ever prayed ever. Potentially, maybe. You're unsure. I think I just had like a flow of consciousness just happen there. I forgot what I was saying halfway through what I was saying. I just kept talking. Would you like to roll an insight check as well, Marcel?
As to whether
either of these two has prayed to Balfern before, judging by the fact that both of their poker faces are.
Do I need to? I just watched him. Oh, it's to Valfa.
Yes.
It's 23.
They both have. Definitely. There is no way they haven't. You
Oh, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, I never. Am I right, Florian? I never prayed to that before. Oh,
Who knows?
certainly not me.
Anyway, I was going on a bit of a spiritual journey.
Duh.
Yeah, I realized that with all this talk of souls and where we're gonna go when we die, I realized I never really thought of that before. Florian already has it figured out. He worships Ethro. He's going to be pushing souls around in the afterlife. Or something.
Maybe I can push you somewhere nice.
Yeah! That means you get to decide. Maybe I don't need to do anything.
I don't think that is quite how it works.
No?
Although, are you looking to worship someone who is more typical for your kind, or not?
I want to find one that resonates with me. Not just because I am rat. Or because I am goat.
Well, I guess you'll have to think of some things that are important to you.
Honesty, integrity, mischief. I'll have a think.
Because I know I pray to the brothers because they're really important. God to us Bovian, and I used to pray to RDM with Meemaw to hope that the harvest will be good. And I have prayed to many a god, but not many seem to listen. Although I have had a few fortunate successes with praying to Jormungandr,
Who?
Big Snake.
Big snake.
And you notice one of these he points to one of the statues, it is a massive serpent bursting from the ground.
Oh!
The statue is like a couple foot taller than Xavier. They're nowhere near as big as the cathedral statues.
Cool.
He is basically known for appear. It is said that he will appear at 10 times. And also he petrifies people, like a basilisk.
Looks like someone petrified him. Maybe that's the real thing and someone just came in with a mirror.
And I doubt it.
Obviously not, I'm joking.
Well, I know you're joking. It's obvious that the mirror shattered. Maybe that could you turn the mirror to stone? Questions and more will continue in my head. Anyway. We've been having a look around to see if we can find some decent magic shops.
And?
Well, we found a few. They're not amazing, but not really had much luck so far.
Okay.
Although that being said, I did find this. And producing from his inside his cloak, Xavier gets out a little wooden soldier.
What?
I found the lady who does carving.
Oh my god!
You can't thank me too much. I was the one that picked it. I had a look at it. I picked out a different one, but Mason thought this
And
one
while
was
he
better.
is talking, Marcel is slowly taking out his hands.
He relinquishes it to you.
And he's admiring the craftsmanship. I guess it'd be an appraisal, wouldn't it?
Yes. It was a joint idea.
20.
20. This is immaculately carved.
Perfect.
And
I
as
need to rebuild my vast armies, since they all have burned in the fire.
And as Xavier describes it, it was a joint idea, but it's thanks to Mason that you got a good quality one. As Xavier was gonna just get some of the smaller scale ones that were more recently carved.
Hey, Floyd, check this out. And he, hands it up. Towards his horns. I got a nice lady
cool.
to make me a toy soldier. Like the ones that I keep.
That's nice.
Florian, would you like to roll me a nature check on this? I
Blah,
think
blah,
that's
blah,
the right.
blah.
I think that'd be the right name. Yeah.
Nature. 14.
14. You recognize this from the times where you've been like studying a little bit of alchemy and trying to figure things out. You recognize this type of wood, and on the base of the little figurine thing, it mentions the type. It mentions the wood by name. You recognize this to be a wood that does not catch fire. It is a type.
Hmm.
It is a type of bark that comes from a tree in the underworld that is basically resilient to fire to the point where you could stick it in a fireplace and it would not catch light. Which is a slightly ironic gift considering what happened to the rest of Marcel's toy soldiers that he didn't manage to claim from the wreckage of your home.
Florian gets all of it.
Up to Florian.
Sure, I'll share this information.
It's the one thing I was missing from my collection. The ability to not turn to cinders in the fire. Yay!
Well, it was Mason's idea. I mean, I was going to just like pick up a bunch of them, but I guess making sure they don't catch on fire is probably important.
Hey, you never know when your house is going to burn down. I didn't know, and my house burned down. So,
It
it
sounds
can
like,
happen to anyone at any point.
it sounds like an interesting insurance claim to make.
Yeah. Although technically I'd be making it against you. Never mind.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hi, Florian.
Mm-hmm.
You, take a look at this. Hands you what appears to be a very shiny pebble.
Cool.
Would you like to study this pebble?
It's rock.
I will look at the pebble.
You look at the pebble, and you notice something about it. There appears to be a little bit of magic in this pebble.
Huh.
Would you like to roll an Arcana check?
I'm going to check if I have identify. I do have identify.
You do.
I'm going to identify it.
Okay. So you take a little bit to cast Identify upon it and study this rock. And you come to realize this little rock is capable of summoning an object.
Any object?
You're not quite sure what the object is, but it appears to be capable of summoning something. All you have to do is channel a little bit of magical energy into it. So you have to basically translate into from DMlish to English.
The English.
You'd have to roll an Arcana check on it.
Do I think it summoned something bad?
No, it doesn't have any sort of negative taint to it. Taint. Oh, I'm so broke.
Who wants me to summon something?
I mean, I think we're pretty cool.
Sounds good to me.
Roll an Arcana check then.
Uh, 21.
Sorry, I need a second. 21. Okay, this tiny rock summons a small stone key.
The key then summons another rock.
Is the rock still there?
Yes. You come to
Does it
realize.
feel like I could do it again?
You come to realize that this little pebble is capable of summoning an object based on what you're thinking of. So you might be able to circumvent some little traps and things like that, or unlock doors with this pebble. However, you do recognize that it does create a little magical signature when you make an item. So if you're being hunted by something, maybe not the best idea.
I summon a horse.
As you picture the horse in your mind, roll me an Arcana check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Marcel, make me a dexterity check.
Does it get summoned on top of me?
Like a full-size horse?
It'd be the object being summoned is wieldable in both hands. However, it is heavy. And you're on Marcel's shoulders, so Marcel will have to make the check to try and stay stable.
14.
The horse is being summoned in my hands.
What'd you roll?
14.
14. You almost lose your balance as a toaster-sized stone statue of a horse appears in your hands, Florian.
Okay.
And you
full size.
and you come to realize that this stone structure is solid. It is made of solid marble. And the fact that you are still upright at the moment is just impressive on Marcel's part.
Alright, what are you doing?
Florian looks disappointed because he wanted a whole living horse, but
But that would crush me.
Roll me brain cells, please. Roll me an Arcana check on the horse, Florian.
good roll. 24.
You realize that the horse in question is not at full size because it's being held and you are currently airborne. Therefore, it cannot be its full size without potentially crushing its conjurer.
Okay, I'll get down and then put it down on the floor, and then take a few steps away.
The moment that you put it on the ground, you get 2 steps back before it grows into a full-size horse.
A real non-stone hunt?
It's made of stone, but it's living stone. The only downside is this horse is very much cross-eyed.
Is it alive?
It seems to be. You're not quite sure if it's the most sentient thing, but it appears to just be standing there, staring at you.
Menacing.
Hello, horse.
Moo.
No, that's wrong.
Hey, Mason's right here. Got that wrong.
Mason and Xavier are in about as much confusion as you two are. As the Livingstone horse looks at you again.
Go, nay!
Ooh.
Nay! No? Okay. Can't say I didn't try.
The horse suddenly grows a moustache. Oh.
I'm very confused.
Moo.
I look at Xavier. Is he
Xavier
casting
looks at you.
spells?
Xavier looks a little bit too baffled, processing what is going on.
Don't think this is
Hmm.
horse. I think someone's fucking with us.
You do not sense any additional magic.
Can I check for it?
You may.
That's not good. Okay, the other way this time, but still an 18.
There does not appear to be anything strange about this horse.
I pet the horse.
The horse licks you. However, it's a dry lick because it's made of stone. So it's like some... You know, like when you get like a really satisfyingly smooth stone at like the beach or something like that? It basically feels like that. As you are licked by the strange horse.
Hello, horse. Do you eat rocks or apples? Or apple rocks?
The horse is unsure how to communicate this. However, it leans down and proceeds to consume a pebble off the ground.
Rocks. Interesting. I will try to lead the horse back to the inn.
The horse gets about 3 steps, and then you begin to feel the magic within it falter. It seems as though whatever this what I'm going to now refer to as the conjuring pebble is only capable of sustaining certain things for a finite period of time. And
That's tragic.
I will put that in your treasure bag alongside the deck of many fates.
Oh god, yeah, we still have that.
Please tell me you guys didn't forget that.
I never forget. No.
Oh no. So, what are you guys doing from here? Are you going back to the inn?
I don't know. The stone horse has thrown a bit of a spanner in the works. I don't really know what's real anymore.
Going back to the inn, and I'm going to summon all sorts of things and show them to.
Are you going on your own, or would you like to take somebody with you?
I'm getting back on Marcel's shoulder, steering back.
Okay. This is fine.
It's still quite early in the day. So, you have Mason and Xavier accompany you back. Scoria.
Yes.
You managed to find a couple of nice bakeries on what I'm going to refer to as the high street of the city. And along the way, you also find there's 3 really nice bakeries lined up next to each other, and then a very strange looking little shop at the end of this triage of bakeries. And it refers to itself as the Wild Magic Depot. Or depository. Whatever the fuck. Yeah. the Wild Magic Depository. It appears to be full of strange little knickknacks.
Oh boy. I immediately get Scoria immediately gets sidetracked from her mission to go to a bakery and heads towards the depot.
So you walk past the 3 bakeries on your pathway to find. You find yourself in the Wild Magic Depot, where you are greeted by a very strange man. I need to remember what race he is. Oh god, said hair. It's a halfling. You are met with a halfling that has a Gandalf-esque beard and a funny little hat that makes him look like a gnome. The man is basically dressed like a garden gnome with a Gandalf beard. Come in, welcome. Welcome to the Wild Magic Depository. Come in,
Hello.
you madam.
I'm just having a look around. I was originally going somewhere else, but I saw this place and immediately got intrigued.
Oh, well, if you need any help, please don't be afraid to ask. And he goes back to tottering behind his desk. And you notice there is a very large variety of strange things here. Would you like to have a look around the store?
Yeah.
So, amongst the things you find here, you find a couple of very interesting looking rings. One of which appears to be a cow. You think? You're not quite sure. You can't really access it from behind the glass case that it's in. You find a spork. You're not sure if this is an item or if it's just there. You find a rather interesting looking polearm in one of these cases. And a couple of strange contraptions that you're not quite familiar with that seem to be somewhat technologically advanced. It seems as though the items that they sell here aren't necessarily intended for... aren't exactly the most functional things compared to some of the other magic gear shops you've seen in your lifetime. But they're certainly unique.
Unique is definitely a way of putting it. I would love a shop like this. If I was in the campaign IRL, I would frequent a place like this. Why? Because I love knickknacks. God.
Would you like to have a look at what some of these knickknack items are? With the,
Yes, I would also like to look at that lance you mentioned.
So you get the attention of the worker. It's this here. This polearm that you're looking at. Its name is Brittany.
Brittany.
Yes. I've been told before that it allows you to attack a secondary time. I've never used it myself because I'm not really a polearm person, but I found it. I could hear the moment that it sunk in and just I'm going to end you. But yes, that spear is called Brittany. Any particular interest in it?
Oh.
Or perhaps I could
Yeah.
interest you in some of the other things in the shop.
Oh, what heck? What heck?
Oh, sorry, the look that Marcel's player just gave me as it
Sorry.
Took me a while to get it, but I got it.
I got Flem deciding to
Oh,
make its presence known.
perfectly understandable.
How much is Brittany the spear?
You notice that it is. Let me have a look at the price of it. Where is my character gear page? No, I can't find the pull-up. There it is. It appears to be worth. Ooh. It appears to be worth about 100,000 gil.
Oh.
And that is pure, and it is purely down to the magic society that organizes how certain magic items should be sold. In this case, because the spear itself appears to have a rather potent magical property to it.
I'm doing the mental calculations now. Because Squirrel's like, damn, I really want this fucking spear now. I really want Brittany. But she's also like, I also really, really want some fucking pastries.
You are aware that if you were to purchase this spear, it would significantly dent how much you would be able to spend upon outfitting yourself later on.
Even though I'm currently carrying 100,000.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with that. You are carrying it. You are aware this may not be the most wise purchase.
Oh, it's a +1 weapon.
Yes.
Oh. I'm guessing it doesn't. Does it not have any specific enchantments then?
It has one enchantment, which
Which
the
would be the-
merchant has subscribed to, yes.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Well, oops, I did it again. It works.
No, that's the upgraded version.
Oops, I hit you for a third time.
Brittany +2. There are some other interesting items here, including the other strange contraptions you found, and the variety of different rings here.
I'll keep looking. Really?
You do get the feeling that purchasing this spear might be interesting if you knew an enchanter who might be able to empower it.
Yeah. But I don't.
You find a couple of other interesting items.
I do?
Mm-hmm. The ring that was mentioned earlier that had a cow adorning the top of it. The Ring of Utter Chaos,
Oh,
which has two different effects. It can A, polymorph everybody in a certain radius into cows, like the farm animal, not Mason. Or It could adjust the size of one's bosom. It doesn't seem to specify which is which. There are a couple of other strange devices, such as what appears to be a pair of shoes called the Sun Presenters. In that when you wear these shoes, they allow you to travel directly to the sun to present an object of your choosing. There appears to be an item called the Spork of Conducting, which mentions that you can stick it in an item called a toaster. You're not sure what a toaster is, but but upon thinking about it, you're not sure why sticking a fork in an oven would make sense. This is the only way you've ever heard of toasting brick. And other such little knickknacks that don't really do a whole lot, but they have some quirky effects. Let's see. Is there anything in particular that sticks out? Yes, there is.
And it's not Brittany.
It's not Brittany. You notice that there is a pair of rings that, when worn, allow two people to swap bodies. And it appears to be on sale at the moment. For a measly 96 gil. However, there is a warning that if this item is used whilst there are other people in the room, it may cause a random rotation of who ends up in whose body.
I think I'm good.
There are Are there any potential knick-knack-wise items that Scoria might be on the search for?
None.
No. You may be able to try and haggle down the
No.
price of Brittany if you wish. But you would
No.
have to. Okay. Are you going back to your pastry ventures?
I'm going back to the pastry benches.
Okay. So you leave, but you're aware that this shop could potentially be useful if you can find something potentially powerful. You're not sure. As you see a sign on the way out that mentions that the stock inside the depot changes every couple of days. So it might be worth a look. Oh,
Okay.
the three bakeries that are next door to each other. You must pick a bakery. Any bakery. Oh.
Itty bitty mighty mo. I'll choose the middle one.
And so you take the middle one. You enter. Wait, there wasn't full screen this entire time. Ugh. Anyway, Luke was having a bit of a fit that something isn't aligned. So you go into the middle one and find that they are getting rid of a more recent batch that It's supposed to be from their morning, but they've got a few left over that they are basically giving away for free, so that their morning batch doesn't get wasted. They still seem perfectly fresh, but it seems like a mixture of like cheese and bacon, puff pastries, things like croissants or croissant. Sorry, I had to. Pain au chocolat, things like that. Your, I guess, atypical spread of things. There is also, oh, I've got to remember the friggin' name of it. A recent special they've done for that morning of Vieiran sweetbread. But amongst those, there are other pastries that they do sell. But you'd have to ask them at the counter for them. Wow.
Macaron.
Macaron. Okay, so you got, and you find they do in fact have macarons. They have them in their regular size, and they have them in jumbo size. Like they are
Jumbo.
the size of a small dinner plate.
Oh my god.
And behind the counter is a rather chipper looking dwarf woman. So, what can I get for you, darling? Anytime today? Do you need a bit longer?
No, just having a look. The jumbo macarons.
What flavor would you like? We've got some based on berries. We have some based on chocolate. Different types of nuts. Unless you're allergic, in which case we can do any alternatives. Or would you just like a random mixture? We can do
A random mixture.
Okay.
A random mixture sounds good for me.
And we normally do them in either 4s or 8s for the jumbo ones, since they're sizable.
Eight.
All right then. I'll get a small selection put together for you. That'll be let me have a look. What are they selling today? Say, are you? Pardon me asking, but are you in Genasi by any chance?
Yes.
Fascinating. I don't suppose you would mind doing me a little bit of a favor, would you?
Depends on what it is.
Well, what element are you? Once again, don't have to answer. Earth. Okay. Would you mind casting stone on a piece of our machinery for us? It captures elemental spells and makes helps us to fix our stone ovens. We've got one oven at the moment that's being a bit faulty.
Oh, I can do that.
I'll be happy to give you the macarons for free if you wouldn't mind.
That is perfectly fine. I can do that for you.
All right. Well, I will get your macarons together. You could follow me, and she leads you into the kitchens, and it smells amazing. Like fresh bread, pastries, different like sponge cakes, things like that. The glorious smell of like partially baked goods that are just getting all gloriously, deliciously golden. It just fills the room. And in the back of the room, you find what looks like a slightly oversized metallic bucket. But you recognize that it has a magical signature. In this bucket, at the bottom of it, is a pipe that leads to some of the ovens. It seems like a very odd self-repair system. You're not quite sure what magic is at play here, but it seems like it just fixes itself. if you wouldn't mind casting it into that bucket over there, I'd greatly appreciate it.
I shall do that. I cast stone into the bucket.
And you watch as the spell hits the bucket, you hear this funny little noise that almost sounds like somebody's knocked a ping pong ball through a bunch of vents. And one of these stone ovens seems to glimmer a little bit before the fires within calm down a little bit. You notice a few of the little cracks in the stoneware of this big oven seem to almost close. And you recognize your earth magic within those cracks before the magic dissipates. And I have your macarons ready. They're on the counter there. If you're ready to take them.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate your assistance.
Not a problem. Take care now. The Scoria will take their macarons and leave.
Okay. Are you eating them on your way back to the inn, or are you finding somewhere to sit and eat them?
She's gonna find a place to sit and eat them.
Okay. And as you're nibbling and just relaxing, Marcel,
Yeah.
we'll say about an hour or so has passed. Do you want to attempt to head out into the city to do a little bit more of your spiritual journey, whilst Florian is showing off the magical summoning pebble?
Sure.
Sabrina.
That sounds great. I'll be right.
Just roll my D100. Ooh. That's a very low number. Uh-oh. I feel like whenever I roll a D100, it's the equivalent of Lupus Fang casts Party Anxiety. Just whenever I roll the dice. I'm gonna turn a light on because it suddenly got really dark. There we go.
Funny that.
Oh. My headphones still weird. I can still hear everybody. Everything's functional. Okay. So, Marcel.
Hello, I have returned. I was just getting some cheese.
Are you taking anybody with you on your little spiritual venture?
Flora, you want to come with? Because you were there last time. And nobody else really knows what's going on. Everyone's welcome to come with.
I think I will.
There's
I'm
still
gonna
people
come up
not-
with a new. I'm gonna come up with a new project here.
Yeah, go for it. Sounds good. I will go on my own.
I'd like to come with.
Sure thing, big guy.
So you and Mason head out into the city. You're aware that Scoria has been out a little while, but you just assume she's taking a little bit of her time. Kind of like you're doing now. And so you head out into the city. So, what's spark your little soul searching?
Well, we've had all this talk about our souls being on the contract. And they're not going to go to the place they were supposed to go. They're going to go to all these demons and evil people. And it got me thinking. I've never really thought about where my soul goes or what happens after I die. And apparently, it goes to the person that you, or the deity that you worship. So,
Well, kind of.
where do I go? I have no worship.
From what Meemaw told me, when somebody dies, they end up going through Etro and Exodus to kind of decide what kind of person you were in life and what sort of afterlife is best for a person your stature. Unless you're an atheist and don't believe in gods, despite the fact that they are constantly present.
No, not an atheist. Just
Or
a wanderer.
more of an anti-theist. You can choose not to believe in them, but if you choose to hate all of them, then you're probably going to end up with something dark.
Huh, okay.
But that's for people that are like complete assholes to the gods. Those who just go about their day to day without worship just kind of end up going down the same road of being judged, and then based on who they were, bam,
I
afterlife.
wonder how I would be judged.
Well, I think you're cute. You would end up with the cutie here.
Marcel blushes.
He smiles. Yeah. Confidence lessons from Xavier are paying off.
That means you go to handsome.
Hell yeah. I always thought I'd end up going to I believe it's not Valhalla. There's a particular belief amongst the Bovians that there's a place on the plane of Earth fighting these big scary monsters living off the land.
Fighting monsters is your idea of heaven? Or your culture's idea of heaven?
Apparently.
Huh.
I just like the idea of farming. Sounds real relaxing.
It does.
Imagine that fields upon fields of wheat. Imagine how much bread you could make with that.
A lot. I reckon a lot.
Nothing beats a good loaf of bread straight out. Like, I know you're supposed to wait, but it's just so warm and fluffy and
I used to do that and then I kept getting told off for it. Because I kept burning myself.
well, that was silly.
Yeah, the matron would tell me off a lot, but hell, wouldn't her opinion matter anymore anyway?
Was that figurative hell or literal hell?
Uh,
And he has a massive grin on his face like he's just told the world's best pun.
under these circumstances, I'm not quite sure.
You want a piece?
Sure.
And he picks you up, puts you on his shoulders.
Ah!
Hold on. Hold on to the horns, but no pulling.
And holds on to the horns.
Don't stab yourself, they'll point you. So where to first?
No.
Roll a D100 for me. So you try and remember which one's a D100.
I can't see him in dark.
I turned the light on.
No. I'm a hermit.
No, I said I turned the light on. It was pitch black in here otherwise.
94.
94. You get the impression that maybe going back to that room with all the god statues might be a good idea, but it may be easier for you to get affinity for what would best embody. I just realised I didn't finish my sentence.
No,
What best embodies you? Right now. My brain. The DM started buffering. So do you choose to head there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The DM was still buffering.
Well, I was waiting to see if you would talk to Mason about something, I guess. So.
Yeah, that would have been social.
Classy. So you and Mason head back to that big old cathedral and back into the room with all the statues in it. And there are a couple that take your eye. And there are a few that feel familiar.
Should I make the check again?
What particular thing is Marcel hoping to achieve out of finding a deity?
Someone that resonates with me, I suppose.
What?
In terms of kindness, creativity, exploration.
So a sense of freedom?
Yeah.
There are two statues that immediately catch your interest. One is of a large serpentine dragon.
Ooh.
The other of what appears to be a wolf standing upon a rocky pillar of sorts. And you read the names underneath them. One of them is Slaven, the god of creativity and neutrality. The other being Lunarius, the god of freedom and one of the two creation twins.
He's looking at the two of them. Which one is drawing him more?
What is Marcel more leaning towards? The sense of creativity and experience? Or the sense of freedom and self-expression?
Creativity.
You feel more pulled towards Sleeben, the large draconic deity.
Mason, what do I do now?
Well,
I think it's that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then you'd offer up a prayer.
Okay. So do I like get on my knees or? I've literally never done this before.
You see a moment of immaturity play out across his face. He's trying not to giggle. Well, it's basically like you close your eyes and put your hands together and think what you want to say to the god. Say it in your head. And then normally that does it. That's normally what I do. Some people talk out loud. Well,
Okay. And Marcel kneels down on the floor, puts his hands together, puts his head to his hands, and is like concentrating really hard. Like it's straining.
you don't have to think that hard. It's like when you think something, but like you're talking to somebody in your head.
Oh, I do this all the time.
Yeah. So what are you asking this deity?
Thank you for giving me the gift of creativity. Thank you for allowing me to express myself in the ways that make me happy.
Roll a religion check with advantage.
Mm-hmm. 20.
20.
Yeah.
You feel a gentle comfort, as though your voice has been heard. And not much more aside from that, but you feel as though it's a place you can come to when you need some sort of help with removing your creativity block. To be an art block, music block, writer's block. This could be a place where you draw inspiration from.
I feel better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, I know who they give a praise to.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, he's like me, not necessarily religious, but thankful for what they do.
Well, come on, spill the tea, honey.
He worships Bahamut.
The big dragon guy.
Yeah, that one there. And he points to a statue of Bahamut.
Oh yeah, I saw a painting of him. When me and it's Marcel.
It was Marcel and Huckleberry.
Yeah, when me and Huggy went into like the Hall of Paintings and there was all those gods. We didn't go in that one because there was terrifying dragons in there. We weren't sure if we were going to live.
Well, turns out that you being accommodating and helping him, trying to make him feel accepted, he's turned all that destructive, evil, brooding energy he has to something more good.
Really?
Yeah. It was his idea to get the soldier for you. It was my idea to get one that was fireproof, because you like using magic. I didn't realize the connotations of it until you said it out loud, and I went, oh shit.
Marcel puts a hand on his head, just sort of pats it.
My bad.
It is okay. I appreciate the thought. Your heart was in the right place. But more importantly, I made a difference.
I mean, hell, worst case scenario, you could always throw it at the matron if we're having a run from something.
Yeah, I guess.
So
If like enchanted with some big like bomb-like spell. Although I
Yeah.
don't want to break it. So make sure it's a fire spell, and then I can just go retrieve it afterwards.
Exactly. Genius. Genius. And so you feel refreshed. I think we should make our way back.
Uh-huh.
Maybe Scory will be back as well. And so the two of you return back to the inn. And there's a general feeling of exhaustion amongst you all. Yeah, you feel a little tired. Maybe it's the intensity of the night before, or just how comfortable the inn's beds are. But you end up eventually drifting off to sleep. Many, many hours later. And you're all awake. In a shared dream. You recognize this
not
feeling
again.
from last time. And you hear this quiet pitter-patter of rain on a window. As you awaken back in your home before it burnt down. Florian, Hugmug, Marcel, you notice that Mason, Xavier, and Sabrina are not here in this dream. They do not appear to be present. What are you doing?
Where are we?
You are back in your home before it burnt down.
Where in the home?
In your bedroom. So imagining it's like a shared bedroom between the five of you.
Marcel... Oh, okay. Thought we had different rooms.
Or a shared space.
Marcel will be
Yes.
looking through his stuff to see if it is all still there, as almost like a way of testing to see if what is happening is even slightly real.
You don't find anything inside these. It's almost like it's a blank space. As though the inside of these drawers have been charred beyond recognition.
I just wanted to see them again one more time. So, well done. What's everybody doing?
I am looking out the window.
Or anything in particular, or just...
Is it the same as, or is it just like a blank? What time is it? Anything, whatever I see when I look out the
It appears to be a grey fog, as though there is such an intense rainstorm currently going on that you cannot see more than an inch past the glass pane.
Do we hear any kind of scratching or thudding?
Nope.
That we did last time.
Just the gentle pitter-patter of rain.
What's going on? What do you see, Florrie?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
No,
We're dreaming, right?
probably.
Like we did last time when we got chased by the matron monster.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna check the kitchen.
You leave the room. Are you all going?
Yes.
Okay. So you all go down to the kitchen, where you find Matron cooking. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Sort of nudge to Florian. How long? Good morning, matron. What
are you going to say, Florian?
I was gonna say I'll go up to the whatever she's cooking and see what it is.
So, as Marcel greets Matron, you look into the pot and see that it appears to be a type of jam cooking. You're not sure what type of jam, but it's a jam. Darling. Good morning. It's nice and rainy, no?
No, did you sleep well?
As good as one can.
That is fair. Is it supposed to stop raining soon?
I'm not sure. But no, you're not going out into the rain.
Aww.
Darling, I spent so long designing these clothes for you. You cannot just go out there and get soaked.
Splash in the puddles. We built a moat for my castle.
She rolls her eyes at you. And goes back to cooking this jam.
What are you making?
She doesn't respond to you. As though she is up in her own world.
Look around the rest of the room, I suppose.
Okay. The rest of the room seems to be your regular kitchen. I'm presuming somebody's keeping eyes on Matron at all times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's currently keeping an eye on her?
Let's have, since Scoria isn't here right now, I'll have Scoria so that everyone else can do other things.
Oh yes, Gory, good idea.
So you have Scoria, pay attention. While the rest of you are looking around.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it?
You're not sure. The clock that is in here is broken. As it always was. It was always relying on whatever time of day it was based on the sun. I probably just made a very incoherent sentence there. Oh well.
Sun.
It's always based upon where the sun was in the sky or how bright or dark it was. So, if it's dark out, don't go out, blah, 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 blah. And the rain outside is heavy enough that it obscures all vision. More than an inch past the glass.
Are the windows openable?
No. Due to the angle that the rain is falling at, it would let rain straight into the house. And you know Matron would flip her lid at you.
Matron, how long before food?
Well, darling. And you all look back at Matron to notice a pair of black feathered wings sprouting from her back. If you are hungry, darling, shall I give you this pair? And you feel this sinking feeling in your stomach as the strong sense of despair grips you. Can you all roll me a perception check, please?
I was more hoping for waffles.
Oh, natural 20. So, perception.
May the curse of threes be broken.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Perception.
one.
All right. 37
Jesus.
Fucking
with
hell.
an actual
Florian
20.
is perceiving.
Or
I can see.
sees through her lies.
Mark, what did you roll?
18.
And Marcel,
20, again.
you will notice as she says that, her hand raises above the counter and she's holding a pear.
But Matron, you know I don't like pears. They're all squishy and juicy.
This pear! And he throws at the pear directly at your forehead, Marcel, where it impacts with a wet, fleshy, squishing noise.
Mm.
And Matron disappears.
But that was fucking weird.
You are still in this dream, though. Florian, would you like to roll me a history check? Since you were the one that figured it out last time.
History. 15.
You appear to be in another dream escape room.
Ooh. Fun. Okay, I'll look around the room. Let's try the door. That's a great start.
You go up to the door,
Mm-hmm.
and you find a rotating puzzle made up of 4 discs that interlock with one another.
Can I try and solve the puzzle?
So as you rotate these discs, there are 4 black dots, and the other dots are a brownish color, like the rest of the wood that the door is made from. But you're not sure how to line these up.
Are there any clues around that I can see?
Roll an investigation check.
The curse of the threes is not broken.
Oh no.
Can I use do-over in this liminal space?
Yep.
Okay. What was it? Investigation? 13.
13. You find a small note on the shoe rack, which is normally a reminder to yourself and Marcel to put your dirty shoes on the rack when you come back in from playing outside. At the moment, it is not there. It appears to be a small poem that describes darkness being the center of every person's core.
Can I go back to the puzzle and try and line them up so the black dots are in the middle?
Yeah, you do so, and the puzzle clicks into place.
Hey,
Yeah.
well done.
And at this point, you hear this little ding noise. And that's when you notice the 4 padlocks on this door. One of them drops off.
Okay. Is there a hint
There is
where the
a
next thing is?
as Florian puts the plates in place. After a few seconds, if you try and figure out where the next clue is, the central plate pops out. The section between the 4 rotating discs pops out. And inside this little hatch in the door is another clue.
Okay. What does it say?
The lion's pride is swept under the carpet.
Check
Find
under
it.
the carpet.
Oh, yep. Okay. There you go and have a look under the carpet. And there appears to be some loose floorboards.
Floorboards.
Would you like to roll a hearing-based perception check before you do so?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh.
I mean, don't do.
You don't have to, but the offer is fine.
28.
What was it?
28.
28. Okay. You hear a ticking sound.
What did the rest of the poem say?
It appears to have faded. However, you can very clearly tell a trap when you see one. One of these floor panels is trapped.
Does the other one not have the ticking sound?
You can't tell. It's loud enough when it echoes through the floorboards.
How many floor panels are there?
4.
4. Do they?
Yeah.
I hold up the disc thing. Does it? Like, is there a pattern on it that I can?
Yes, there is. There is a rose etched onto the backside of the panel, which was originally facing towards where the clue was in.
How many petals does it have?
7.
That doesn't help me.
Would you like to look at the floorboards again?
Yes.
Mhm.
You find that each of the loose floorboard panels has a different number of petals. Oh. Doggo!
I hear Doggo. Where is Doggo? Must see photo of Doggo.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can't have
Next door
fireworks as
neighbour's
well, by the
dog.
way.
Annoying as shit.
No, just Doggo.
We've got fireworks going off outside our apartment.
Damn, we celebrating.
Not sure why.
No clue why. So each of these floorboards has a rose carved into it with a different number of petals.
Does one of them
Do
have
any of
7
them have
petals?
7?
No.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
that would make it easy.
What number do they have?
There is a 3, a 4, an 8, and a 1.
Well, that's not helpful at all.
I mean, if it's 7, then 3 and 4 would make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
8 minus 1 also makes 7.
Mm.
Would you like to look back at the second half of the clue?
Oh, right. Yes.
So you go back over to the door where the clue is, and it mentions the lion's pride has been swept under the carpet. Balance the scales or lose your tails. As a reminder, the floor panels have roses etched onto them. There is a 3, a 4, an 8, and a 1.
Balance the scales. Hmm.
Let's see if you guys can figure this out.
Yeah, I just don't know which one, like what balance means in this case. Like,
Yeah, neither do I. Like 7 and 7, they have to match. Remove ones.
yeah, that was my
those.
first thought. That either we have to take the ones that add up to 7, or take away the ones that don't add up to 7. But
You gotta pick one of them, or you're gonna be stuck sleeping forever.
I think 3 and 4 makes the most sense. But I'm not sure.
One of them is a trap tile. Tile. Or board panel, whatever.
can I look around for more hints? I guess.
Roll an investigation check.
Um. Uh. Evil 20.
Oh. You walk over and end up finding that there's another carpet in the living room.
Right.
Does the carpet
Pull
have a
up the
line on
carpet.
it?
Pull up the carpet.
Okay? So you pull up the other carpet in the living room. And you're met with the same numerical configuration. A 3, a 4, an 8, and a 1.
Can Marcel see if there's ticking under this one as well?
Yep, you're welcome to roll a hearing-based perception check. I think everybody has a advantage on? I might be wrong.
I don't, which is weird.
Right, yes.
16.
16. There is also ticking under this.
Damn. So I rolled a 33 for no reason.
No, there's more to it. But I'm gonna drop the next hint. If you think you need it. You've earned the hint with that 33.
I mean,
But I don't want to give you a clue immediately just in case it makes it too easy for you.
Maybe we need them both to have 7. Like,
That's what I would have thought. They either need to both be 7 or they need to be the same number. But they're already the same number if you was. It doesn't
Or we
determine
have
how
to
you
pick-
add them.
we have to pick one on one and one on the other, and they both add up to 7.
So a 3 on one and a 4 on the other?
Yeah, maybe.
Would you like your hint?
Yes.
Balancing the scales, you presume that one of two things has to be the case. Either the total number you need is 7, or both sides need to equal 7. Since it is a balance, and you typically think of scales, which I do believe I said it was balance the scales, or lose your tails,
So the 8 and the 1
it would need to be equal on both sides. And since there are 2 carpets that the Lion's Pride has been swept under, that's your hint.
So the 8 and the 1 panels need to go on both sides to make 7 on both. 3 or
I
4.
guess so.
You will have to have one person by one of these carpets, one person by the other to be able to activate multiple at a time.
Okay, let's do it.
So who's activating them on one side? Who's activating on the other?
I'll do the living room and
I can do the other one.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll give moral support.
Who's starting?
Hey.
Pokemon or Florian?
how about we do it at the same actually no, because if it doesn't work. Okay, I'll do
You
it
go,
first.
Florian.
Okay. So what panel are you removing?
We're removing 8 and 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're doing that at the same time. You're
Maybe
removing
not
the
in
8
case it
and
goes
1.
wrong.
Okay. So are you removing them individually?
Yeah.
Okay. So Florian, are you removing the 8 panel or the 1 panel first?
8.
As you remove the 8 panel, Pokemon, can you make me a perception check?
Oh no. 10.
You notice that the panel in the kitchen that has an 8 on it, the pattern disappears and the panel becomes solid once more.
Oh, can I tell this to Florian and Marcel?
Yep. I'm imagining Marcel is going to be the one shouting things back and forth between you.
Yeah, Marcel can relay information.
Marcel relays the information. I'm not gonna act out.
Wait, so because we moved 8 on this side, we can't remove it on the other side.
The pattern goes.
Yep.
So it's no longer a number.
So the 8 is still present in the room with Florian. It is no longer present in the room with Hugmug.
Okay. Now I removed the 1.
Sorry. So the 1 disappears in the other room, and you hear another ding.
Yay!
And my tail is still there.
Yep.
Excellent.
Despair. Sorry. I'm finding my own jokes too funny. So, the floor panels open. And you find another clue.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just making sure I have my clue. It appears to be an adoption certificate for a young boy with the last name of Akatosh. Your next puzzle to solve is in the bedroom.
We head to the bedroom.
So, are you heading up there?
Yes.
Okay. So as the 5 of you are up there, there are 6 beds in this room now.
Was there 5 before?
Yes. The bedroom that the 5 of you have spent in. Florian's had a bed, Hugmug's had a bed, Marcel's had a bed, Mocha's had a bed, and Scoria's had a bed. But it appears that these beds have been shuffled in position. And you'll have to identify which bed is which. As the next puzzle asks you to find the lion's bed where he rests his weary head.
Lion's bed. Are they different sizes, by the way? Because we are different sizes.
Yep.
No. Okay.
They are all quite significant in size.
Okay, so Marcel will look at the first bed, seeing if there's any unique characteristics about it.
Roll investigation.
I'll be looking at the other bed.
16.
Okay. If you want to roll investigation as well, Florian. Marcel, on this bed, you find fur. Or what you think is fur anyway. It's hair of some sort. That is brown in colour.
Brown in colour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Florian?
Is that all I find?
Yep, that's what you find.
How long is it?
Semi-length.
Okay.
Kind of short-ish, but it's not short. It's not like Twink Booty Shorts short, but
Fair.
it's respectable trim. Florian, what was your investigation check?
18.
18. You find a feather. A couple of feathers that are a slightly dark gold in hue.
Okie dokie.
Okay, on to the next bed. Mike, do you want to have a look?
Oh, yeah, I can roll investigation.
On to the third one.
Okay. What was your investigation, Mike?
14.
14. In the bed that you're looking in, you find
I wonder whose that is.
of various
Ooh.
colours.
Florian, this is you.
It might be.
Okay, so that's 3 beds checked. Bed number 4.
Who's rolling investigation this time?
We'll do Marcel does 4, I do 5. Hugmug goes 6.
Okay. 13, so that's 18.
18.
Again.
You find more cat hair in this bed.
Ah.
Of various colours.
Which colours?
In the bed that Marcel's looking in.
Mm-hmm.
Some dark, some tan.
What about the third bed? What are those colours?
Some dark, some white, some ginger.
Hmm.
Okay. And then 5th is me.
Okay.
Investigation. 21.
21. Okay. In this bed, you find crumbs. Lots of crumbs.
Okay.
Crumbs. Wait.
No.
What are you
Wait.
thinking about crumbs?
If the crumbs would be Mocha, but then who is the second cat?
Leave. That would be our adopted sibling. Who is the lion?
Oh, but then there's a sixth.
Or who have you not found something for so far?
Okay, Hugmug, do the sixth one. Hugmug.
Hi,
Hello,
Keen.
sorry, I've zoned out. What?
Doing the bed. The last one.
Oh, I'm running investigation for the last bed.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely didn't completely
Face
zone
up.
out and was staring at the wall.
You believe you.
That's fine. I started doing that a minute ago when I started giggling about despair.
10. I rolled 10.
10. In this bed, you find several long strands of ginger hair.
Oh, this one, Marcel's.
Okay, so first one is Hugmug, I think. Second one is Scoria. Third one is Flora. Fourth, friend. Fifth one is Mocha, and sixth one is. So are we supposed to do something with the fourth bed?
Do we still have the adoption certificate on us, or is it downstairs? Place the
I
adoption certificate on the bed.
presume you would have taken it with you.
Martha will place the adoption certificate on Bruisen's bed.
Okay. You notice that it becomes very springy.
Springy?
Yes. Like a trampoline.
Well, I'm gonna fucking jump on it to spring like a trampoline.
You go through the ceiling.
Don't see anything.
Yes. You end up in the attic.
What's in the attic?
What appears to be a small monkey with symbols and very creepy red bloodshot eyes that's staring at you from down the hall.
Martha waves to it.
It stares back at you blankly.
Rude.
Is anybody else jumping up there?
Heck yeah.
Boing.
Big jump.
Am I to presume that all 5 of you are doing the big boing?
The biggest boy.
Yes, big boy.
The huge
The
boy.
big
But maybe
bouncing
not so
boingy
huge
boys.
Hugmug goes through the roof.
Little Hugmug boing, massive Florian boing.
So you bounce up, and so you're all now staring down this this creepy monkey with symbols. Who starts smacking the symbols together in a rhythmic manner
Oh, it's making music.
and smiling at you.
Linguistics check. Because you know damn well at some point Marcel's tried to learn Morse code.
Sure.
It's a very Marcel thing to do.
It is very Marcel thing to do. I can't disagree with you there.
That is a 19.
A 19. Okay.
Trying to learn if there is a message.
There is not.
Okay.
However, it does continue to clap these symbols together and then stops periodically. And then starts. and then stops. And it seems to
Go
do
look
this
around.
in on and off motions.
Florian's looking
Um,
around.
Yeah. Go look around the room for more clues.
Okay. Are you moving?
Sure.
As in physically moving from the position you're in?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start walking whilst the monkey is clapping the symbols together, and then it stops. Are you continuing to move?
I guess I'll stop.
Okay. Roll an investigation check as the symbols start clapping together once more.
Do over. That's not much better.
Oh.
Investigation. 8.
8. It appears there is something shiny behind the monkey.
Okay, I'll walk towards the monkey.
Is that when it's beating the symbol or when it's not?
I guess while it's doing the thing.
Okay.
Kind of
So
feels like a what's the time, Mr. Wolf sort of thing.
it's banging its symbols together. Florian, roll me a dex check.
Ooh, very good. 22.
You manage to catch yourself as it suddenly stops banging its cymbals, and you notice its eyes are following you. This creepy cymbal monkey with bloodshot red eyes is staring you down, as though
I stare back.
it's almost as though it's prompting you to even consider moving. And then it carries on banging its cymbals. Is anybody else moving? Or are you just watching Florian slowly move?
How long? So it's bang its symbol, then it stops. It's bang its symbol, then it stops.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll try moving only when the symbols are not banging.
Okay, so you start moving. Oh, you're moving when its symbols
In
are.
between pauses, yeah.
So when it stops.
Yep, just a test.
You get catapulted into the wall, and you are now stunned. You will not be able to do anything for the next few rounds of movement.
Figure that out, guys! You need to move when the symbols are banging.
And you
Yeah,
can
we got
feel the vibrations of the symbols through your head. With the force of it hit you. It's like, this bitch empty, yeet. And so, Florian, you keep moving. You keep moving. And the monkey seemed to have been distracted by Marcel's impromptu movements. And you managed to get behind it before it noticed.
See, I'm a genius.
What's
Yeah.
there?
It's a golden pear.
Oh.
Yoink.
You grab it, the monkey disappears. What are you doing with it?
I throw it out of my cell. I say, despair. And I throw it out of my cell.
No, not
Right, and
Again.
before it hits Marcel, you hear this dong sound, like somebody's rung out a gong, and you watch as this phantom of matron breaks, and you wake up.
Oh.
Fresh as a daisy. And there is a knocking on the door. Room service? Room service? Hello? Knock knock. It's like the voice is in complete contrast to the knocking sound.
It's like the door starting to splinter.
Like you can hear it creaking under the force of the door knock. Boom, 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 boom. Room service!
Go up to the door.
What the drama service?
And as you open the door, it's this very large orc woman in a maid outfit with a small wooden cart with room service on it. Oh, good morning, how are you? Here is your room
Morning.
service. And she shoves this massive basket of pears into your arm. Or arms, plural. And then brings in like breakfast foods and puts them on this small pop-up table that she's brought with her. Enjoy! As the door slams shut and you can hear her walk about 5 steps down the hall, followed by room service. Boom, 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 boom. It seems
I
like
think
I
my-
have to
myself.
fix the doors.
you are awake. You are very much awake.
Oh, why does that keep happening?
That one wasn't too bad.
It wasn't anywhere near as scary. It did hurt a bit, though. Also, well done for figuring out the pear. Unless you just wanted to hit me in the face with a pear.
I mean, the pear was pretty obvious. It's what Matron did before.
Okay, I'm going to choose to believe that you knew that. And it was not just a typical case of assault.
Oh, it's okay. You can throw this pear at me if it makes you feel better.
Marcel immediately picks up pear and throws it at Florian.
Put down the pear.
The pear soars through the air, and you watch as Sabrina catches it mid-flight, and she scowls at you as though she's about to pelt this thing back at you with a far greater force. You do not play with food. Come on. And there is a message. On this basket of pears. It's
Yes.
despair in silence. And then there's a little pear drawing next to it. And it's signed as a little dash and then MH.
Okay.
So somebody, whoever this MH is, has ordered you a basket of pears.
We are not having a pear fight.
Uh,
Put down the pear.
Despair in silence. Do we know an MH?
Potentially. Depending on whether MH is referring to title or not. If you'd like to roll a history, you may.
I'm going to keep that natural one. I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, if it's a title and then first name, it could be Matron Helga.
Yeah, that's what I put down.
But somehow, your matron has sent you pears.
Why not just use her name?
You're not sure.
Do the pears look poisoned?
Roll I think we nature for this? Yeah, nature.
Give them a big sniff.
Or medicine, actually. Medicine check.
Medicine might be better.
Yeah, medicine, because if you're trying to test for it, if you're trying to smell if the pears are off, then it'd be perception. It depends on how you want to try and figure out if they're poisoned or not.
Ooh, 27 for medicine.
The pears are poisoned.
Oh, damn it. The pears are poisoned.
Good job I didn't throw out a deal then. Oh.
Why would.
As
How
Mason,
is she sending us poisoned pears
Spit it
from
out.
hell?
as Mason puts down his second pear.
Oh
What?
no.
How are you feeling?
Would it be a nature check to try and reveal the type of poison?
No, it would also be medicine.
Medicine. Okay. Don't think I have bonus medicine.
Feeling healthy?
I suddenly feel a compulsion to dance.
That's an interesting poison.
Hey. It's not entirely awful.
You notice he starts like bopping back and forth in his chair like he's hearing a song he can't get out of his head. Yeah, something funky. And he's just sitting there bobbing his head back and forth. Oh, for God's sake. Simple enough, come here. Hold on. Let me use some magic to deal with this because I don't want to know what dance moves you have, but I feel like you might humiliate yourself a little bit. So... Oh. And Xavier uses Unicorn Horn via Greater Shadow Summoning, and Mason stops bobbing. Oh, that's kind of fun. Why would you send us pears? Look, how would you send us pears?
We just had another shared dream. She threw a pear at me and said, "Shall I give you this pear?" Yes, it was kind of funny.
Oh, that's hilarious. And we're gonna end there as you ponder the pears. Potentially in despair.
Ponder the pears.
And we shall see you in the next session.
Not next week.
In a couple of weeks' time.
In 2 weeks.
I know. I'm taking a little bit of me time because DM burnout is a real thing. Whee!
Wow.
I know.
Bye, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.